Alright guys, I don't know if you know about UV DTF yet or not, but that stuff's really cool. And it's always been recommended to use Varnish ink with UV DTF, and this printer I brought home doesn't have Varnish ink, so I just wanted to see what it's like to print UV DTF with a printer with no varnish. So I have white ink with UV ink and CMYK UV ink printing out of one head. Now we stock laminators at jaysprinters.com and everything you're going to need here to do this. So let's check and see how good this is, and let's see what it looks like and see if it's something that might interest you guys. First thing you're going to need is the laminator itself. So it's a hot press laminator, self-feeding with pressure. I will add a link in the description to the laminator. Second thing you're going to want is some UV DTF A film. So these are sheets of A film. You can get this in big rolls if you have a roll-to-roll, but we also stock them in sheets so you can print on your flatbed printer. So we'll take this, and then you're going to need B film. Now your laminator comes with a roll of B film, but the separate B film rolls are much better. So if it's something you think you're going to do a lot, I would get the better film. Again, links to all this is in the description. Let's go ahead and set up a file. I'm going to assume that we all know how to set up files since you're looking into this. And if you don't, I have videos on setting up files in my YouTube channel. I'll try to put one right here in a card and at the end of the video with a video showing you how to set up files. So I'm printing with the smallest ZZ1S printer. Smallest compact, most affordable printer, in my opinion, is of any quality. So this thing is almost the size of the bed. Not quite. The bed's a little bigger than this sheet. But there's no vacuum table to make it, so we need to figure out a way to attach this to the bed. And I've decided double-sided tape will do the trick. So let's put double-sided tape on the bed, or regular tape. Let's do regular Scotch tape. How about that? Because double-sided tape not everybody has. But anyways, so this film here has a glossy side and a not glossy side. So it's like a sticker. We're going to take the A film and peel off this film. Now, throw that away. Now this side has glue attached to it, and this is what we're going to actually be printing on. So this needs to be attached to your bed. Not the glue. Don't glue it to your bed. So now I've decided to use Scotch tape. And let's just tape it directly to my bed. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you with setting up the file. Like I said, I already have that ready to go. So I'm going to get my file ready to go, and then I'm going to print on this. So my settings are going to be at, I'm going to print 100% white because I'm printing out a one print head and only two channels printing white. So we're going to print out 100% white. Off the new N10, you'll go from 0, bring it over to 100, and as much white as we possibly can. And then your normal CMYK. So I'm going to get the files and let's go. Alright, so on this film, there's the glue, right? We had the file ready to go. I'm about to click print. Don't let this glue scrape your print head. You don't want glue all over those channels, so that wouldn't be very good. So make sure you're focused in, just like you're printing on anything else. We'll bring it up to the sensor, let it self-adjust. Then I'm going to run the print head over, and then I'm going to actually move the entire sheet back because we're printing on paper, and paper without a bed could be doing one of these little dudes. Let's check it out. And while I'm here and I just did it, make sure you always send your print head back to home before you click print. or it's going to leak all over your substrate that you're printing on, and that ain't fun. It's just the lock button. Let's see, out and lock. Also, if you leave your Scotch tape on top, take it off. But that's because we're using our printer. So the question is, do we absolutely, tape on my fingers, do we absolutely need the varnish? So this is what we just printed. We're doing cups for a youth group. Right here. So let's take this over to the laminator, which is in my ugly room, and well, I'll just carry it over there right now. Okay, so we got the laminator set up over here. The good B film is on there, and I have it set to 100 degrees Celsius. They say 80 degrees Celsius is enough, but I just want to give this the best shot I can. So if it's too hot, your ink will become brittle and crack. If it's too cold, it won't laminate well enough, and then you can't stick it to anything. I stuck it to 100 degrees. If it's no good and they crack, I'll just do it again. So, ink is cheap. All right, let's see. Okay, so if you're going to use this laminator, make sure you have scissors or something. I don't have one, but I got a razor blade, so I'm going to cut it right now with the razor blade. The film, hopefully. Yeah. Alright, so here it is laminated. You can see the thick film on top of it. This is why you need scissors. Alright, let's go over into the other room. Those of you that don't know, my original shop is in a 200-year-old barn, or 150-year, I don't know, 1800s barn. So, and we put in a little addition on the back side of it. That's where the printer is. So I just walked you out of this really, really old barn. Got the heat going on right there. That's why I call that the ugly room. That's the original barn. It's still ugly. But hey, we started the business here, and maybe we'll finish the business here. Let's see. Alright, so these are our prints. They actually feel pretty good. And again, I recommend scissors, but I'm going to use a razor blade. And I'm just going to cut one of these out and see how it goes. Apparently I printed on 2 pieces of film. Yippee. There we go. I wasted a whole piece of film. Oh well. Alright, so here is one, and I want to find something I want to stick this to. Ah, there's something. Alright, I got this really, really old, I don't know, this is Scotch glass. Let's put a youth group. Definitely probably for alcohol. I found it over here in my barn, so I'm just going to wipe it off. And we're going to peel this and stick it to it. and then give it to the youth group and fill it up with some alcohol. That'd be hilarious. All right, I'm going to try to do this. Let's use the printer. All right, here we go. Now when we pull this off, we don't want our stuff to fold up here. This is pretty hard to do on this glass, so let's grab here. Can you see? Maybe, I don't know. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're applying it on here now, so we got to add pressure. So get it on there real good, press all over the whole thing. Alright, now the main event here. Let's see how it looks. Steep angle. Please work. Oop, we got one wrinkle. Let's resolve that problem. There we go. No varnish. I don't think I'd ever be able to print on this type of glass with the XP600 heads. You might be able to if you upgrade to a Ryco G5, but you're talking thousands. That's on there. So there you have it. One print head printing white and CMYK on glass. Look how small that is. It looks pretty good. It's on there. See? Now, direct to printing sticks better. It does direct to printing is a better print on, but there's some surfaces that have a curvature you may or may not be able to print on. I think I could figure out how to print on this, but just picked it up. And this is a really old dirty glass too. And here's the back side of it. Yeah, and something you may not know is UV DTF uses an adhesive that is waterproof. So these are dishwasher safe. From my understanding, it's on there. Looks good. I'd say it works. Don't have to have varnish. If you had varnish, this would be bubbled up and it'd just look a lot better. And it'd actually protect your stuff a little better. Alright, so why don't you guys get a laminator and give it a shot. Alright, I'm Jay. This is my to-do list. Thanks for stopping.